What's up, everybody? Here's my Craftsman tool haul from last weekend at the Rose Bowl Flea Market in Pasadena. They do this flea market once a month, but it's a little too pricey for my taste, so I don't go very often. The good news is that I found all of these USA-made Craftsman tools at decent prices. So let's break them down right after this. All right, let's start off with the Craftsman Carpenters Tri-Square. This one I wasn't sure about buying because it didn't look that old, just kind of dirty. So I bought it anyway, just thinking I'd be able to clean it up. Then after some further research, looking at that logo a little closer, I noticed the square styled C, that tall barnyard A, and the Z-shaped S, the backward Z. I'm going to put this one around the late 50s, early 60s time frame. This was like one of the first times they used that barnyard A, going from the pointed A to the barnyard A. So this actually is a really cool find. It has the metal handle. The older ones have wooden handles. It's called a tri-square on the backside there. Sometimes they refer to it as tri as in TRI, also known as a miter square because it has the 45-degree angle option for miter joints. 8 inches long, about 5 1/4 inches this way. Anyways, very cool find, glad to have it. Next, we have the adjustable auto wrench. So I'm putting this one, see the pointed A and that style logo. This one is from the late 40s. So I grabbed this one without hesitation. This is very cool. Made in USA, the V mark, one of the early ones. Some really good shape, some scratches, a little bit of banged up jaw there. But this is, this is sometimes referred to as a monkey wrench, but it's not correct because usually the monkey wrenches are the ones with threads, or otherwise known as pipe wrenches. But they used to include these in auto kits, so that's why they call them auto wrenches. I actually have another no-namer that actually says auto on it, but this one is all rusted up. I just picked this one up, so I'm gonna clean that up too. But these are tough, man. They're durable, heavy, meant to be thrown around, bang up, used as a hammer sometimes. But very cool. 11 inches long. That jaw opens up to 3 inches. Very, very cool find. Then we have 8-inch slip joint hose clamp combination pliers. So these are from around 1965 because of that logo, because of the pattern on the handle. I have some other ones similar to this, but this is the first time I have these hose clamp pliers. This one doesn't have any teeth on the jaws though, so I find that very strange. Alloy Artifacts website has similar ones, but with teeth on the jaws. So I don't really get the purpose of this without the teeth. I mean, I get the hose clamp purpose, but I've only seen them with teeth before. So it's very strange. Anyways, if you know why they don't have teeth, leave a comment down below. And while you're at it, give it the old thumbs up, like, if you're enjoying this. All right, next we have 1/2 inch teardrop ratchet wrench. This one has no oil hole on the top. It's got the long lever here with the quick release button. So according to Jim C's Teardrop Ratchet study, he places this one right between 1980 and 82. Gotta check out that study. I'll put a link down below. It's very, very cool. This one shows patent pending. So here's another one that says patent pending. There are some others that have the long dashed lines on either side, very similar time frame, but these two kind of belong together. It does have this little scratch mark here that's interesting. Maybe somebody put their initials in there and then someone tried to grind it out. But I think I can clean that up. I've done that before. But this one looks like it's never been taken apart or cleaned out. Let's see. That's in there. The grime is in there, so I'll be glad to take this apart and clean it up. All right, here's another one. 3/8 teardrop ratchet wrench. This one does have the oil port at the top, but it's got that pointed A. And Jim C puts this one right between 1967 and 69. It's got the patent number on there with the B stamp. It does have the useless plunger. When you press the quick release button, that plunger doesn't do anything. But the patent number, this was the first quick release patent number, and it was included there. And this one has that really interesting and infamous story. But this is when Peter Roberts, back in 1964, 18 years of age, as a Sears clerk, he invented this, right? Sears took advantage of him saying it'd be useless, but gave him like about $10,000 for the rights for the patent, and then kept it in the dark for a lot of years. Then after Mr. Roberts saw it take off, prominently displayed in Sears catalogs, he filed for a lawsuit in 1969. It took about 20 years for civil justice to slowly come around. So, and they finally settled for $8.2 million in 1989. So very interesting story. Look it up. Good stuff. Here's a really cool find. So this is a Craftsman Vanadium 6-inch adjustable wrench with broached hanging hole. So this one, because it has that partially underlined C logo, and it's vanadium, and it's got the markings there, and on the back, J80. So because of this, the vanadium part says it's pre-war, which is before 1942. But the markings there, the J80, that's the forged in code that matches the date code pattern by J.P. Danielson. The 0 represents that this would be in production in 1940. So that's super cool. Has some surface rust that'll clean up. I have some others very similar to this. I have the 8-inch version. also made in 1940. I have the strange one that I found in my dad's toolbox. Let me zoom in here. It's just a 4-inch wrench. This one has that old Craftsman logo. Made in USA. It says Vanadium on the back with an AO stamp. So this one's either really old, but in incredible condition, like never used. But anyways, I was happy to see this when I found it in my dad's toolbox. But here's the one I found this weekend. Very happy about that. All right, my favorite find of the weekend. This one I found deep, way deep at the bottom of an old toolbox. Saw it, just pulled in closer to the logo and noticed that curved Craftsman logo with the underlined C, #1, pointed A's, which puts this one in the late 30s. So very cool. On the other side, it says Vanadium in a curved form, forged in the USA. 7/16, 17/32. I was so happy to find this one. This one doesn't have a manufacturer's code, but this style with the curved arcs is most likely a Duro Industrial production due to alloy artifacts. They have examples of other Duro Industrial wrenches with arc logos, but in this case, they extended it to the Vanadium stamp as well. So pretty interesting. Love that. All right, maybe not as interesting, but interesting to me because I have a similar screwdriver to this. This one is 1/8 made in USA. I have one, I had an older one from my dad and it was really beat up. So I turned it into Sears and they gave me this one, not made in the USA. So after using it for a couple years, it's really disappointed. So I'm glad to find a USA made one and replace it. I did the same thing with the shorter version, again, not made in the USA. So I need to find one to replace this guy. So kind of happy about this one. And then I got this pretty plain Craftsman punch. Not too interesting. It is USA made, but not very old. It's crooked, it's all bent up there. And of course it says, warning, wear safety goggles, which is annoying. So anyways, that's about it. Really hope you enjoyed this tool haul. If you got absolutely anything out of this at all, please consider clicking the thumbs up icon, subscribe, click that bell icon as well. And if you know of anyone else that might enjoy it, please share it. If you didn't like it, well, I am just shocked that you're still watching, but thanks for watching anyways. Don't forget, keep the dirty side down. Later.